Hey, what's up everybody? Benji Bruce here, and in this video we're going to talk about how do you promote content. You see, for the longest time I wondered, how do these guys make all this money with all their content marketing? They're talking about content marketing. How do they make all this money? Then I did a six-figure in a month, and I thought, like, damn, I'm pretty good. I'm the bomb. And so it really came down to promoting content. Everyone keeps talking about creating content, but it comes down to promoting content. You can create all the content you want in the world. I mean, you can go on Facebook Live, all these live things, and you can create all the content in the world, but it doesn't really matter unless you promote the content, unless you know how to promote. And so this is why a lot of people get confused. They're like, I'm creating all this content, but I don't know, I'm not getting SEO. No one's really watching it, and I'm not making money from it. This stuff doesn't work. And technically, creating content doesn't work. Promoting the content is what makes it work. There's a quote from P.T. Barnum where P.T. Barnum, he says, without promotion, something terrible happens. Nothing. And it's true, because without promotion, nothing happens. No one knows. You can create the best content in the world. No one will know. No one knows that it exists, all because you didn't promote it. So how do you promote your content? And so here's the thing. If you can't hire a team of people, you are technically at a disadvantage, because I mean, it's just common sense, really. If there are five people can get more done than one person. If five people work 24 hours in a day versus the one person working 24 hours in a day, the five people are going to get more done. And so if you can't hire a team, you are at a disadvantage. So what you have to do is you have to say, you know what? I bet those five people are going to get distracted. I bet those five people, they're going to work on the wrong things. So I'm going to focus on the specific things that are going to promote the content, the specific things that are going to make the money. And so you have to think in terms of focusing on profits, because I guarantee you all these people who have a big team, all these big wigs, they're focusing on social media followers. They're like, I got a ton of social media followers. Hey, whoop-de-doo. You need to focus on profits. I mean, what would you rather have, $1 million in revenue or 1 million followers? Like, you got to be a dummy to say I want 1 million followers versus 1 million in revenue. And it's one of the things. I actually had a quote. I created one of those cool images. It says something like, if your social media following is bigger than your bank account, then you're building your business wrong. And it's true. You got to understand where your focus needs to be. And so you have to focus on the profits, and you got to focus on the leverage. So remember, they're going to waste their time. You can't waste your time. You have to, every second of your time has to be spent on the leverage, on the one thing that's gonna get you the end result. Like, what's the one thing that's going to allow you to promote the content? And what I did a long time ago is I created this list of all these ways to promote content, right? And actually, I didn't create it. I just went online. I was like, how do you promote content? And so I didn't create the list. So I just looked at all these ways, and they were like, oh, post to Twitter, post to Facebook, and post to LinkedIn, and post all these social medias, and then do interviews. There was like a list, like 100 different ways to promote content. But think about it. You can't do all of that, especially if you're just one person. You can't be doing all that stuff. Even if you got 5 people, you can't do all that stuff. So you got to apply the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule, or more like the one rule, the one thing where you say, what's the one thing that I need to do that's going to have all the leverage, that's going to allow me to promote my content like crazy? What's the one thing? Think about it. What's the one thing with promoting? So I thought in terms of, when it came to my entertainment business, the one thing was prospecting. That was me contacting events, me sending out emails to businesses saying, hey, do you want to hire me for entertainment? The one thing for building an email list, well, it was more like 2 things, really. So it was Facebook ads, aka just advertising, and 2, partnerships. So like JVs and partnering with people. Literally, that's it. I didn't care about, oh, let me do my social media following, let me post everywhere and all this. I didn't care about that. I was like, I don't have time to do all of that. It's just me. It's just one person. I ain't got time to do all that stuff. So you got to think, what's the one thing? And the one thing was, with building an email list, it was either advertising, aka Facebook advertising, because I didn't want to do Google ads, I didn't want to do YouTube ads, I didn't want to do any of that stuff. I was like, all right, Facebook ads is where it's at right now, so let me do Facebook ads right now. That's it. That's the only thing I'm going to get good at. And then 2 was the partnering, the JVs. But even with the JVs, I said, all right, maybe I'll do that later. So it was the one thing. It was like Facebook ads. That's literally how I did a 6-figure month. And so it was just the one thing. Knowing this here's what I did. I created a landing page, aka squeeze page, to get emails, and then after that I just paid for advertising. That's it. That's all I did. And after that I'd send videos and content and all that stuff. But my main focus was promoting. My main focus was Facebook ads. That was it. Just Facebook ads to build the list. And when it came to promoting me as an entertainer, my main focus was building a database. It basically the same thing. It's building like a contact database, really, when it came to promoting my entertainment business. It was just a matter of, all right, let me find all these events, let me build up all these events, and let me send them an email. That's all. A lot of people, they think they think that there's some sort of secret. Everyone's like, what's your secret? How do you do this? Like, my secret is I don't waste time. That's my secret. You're trying to figure out all these 100 ways to promote your business. I got one. Now, that's it. It's like that Bruce Lee quote where he says, I don't fear the man who practices 1,000 kicks one time. I fear the man who practices one kick 1,000 times. You need to be the guy who practices that one kick 1,000 times. Then once things change, you now practice your one punch 1,000 times. And so what I came to the conclusion of is I'm going to focus on Facebook ads. If that ever doesn't work, I'll switch to YouTube videos or YouTube ads or whatever else works. But I'm not going to do Facebook ads, Twitter ads, YouTube ads, SEO. I'm not going to do all this stuff. I'm going to do one thing. That's what you need to do when it comes to promotion. You got to think with P.T. Barnum. Don't think in terms of I'm going to create a lot of content. Think about P.T. Barnum. You think in terms of promotion. Without promotion, something terrible happens. Nothing. Think in terms of what's the one thing that's going to create all the leverage. Do that thing. Focus on that thing. I'm telling you right now, out of all the successful people in the world, it's not that they're doing more than you. It's that they're doing less and they're doing the one thing that gets them more, the one thing that gets them the leverage. That's what they're doing differently. That's how you promote.